What is going on, guys? I am Jaye. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. Apparently, singer-songwriter Neyo is separating from his wife, Crystal Smith, after almost 4 years of being together. They're separating. Apparently, she's going to be the one filing for divorce, and that was actually according to the Jasmine brand. But also, you have an article here from Hot New Hip Hop. I'm gonna read a little bit from that. But I also want to say this before I get started. You know, Neyo is a guy who's put himself in a very bad financial situation. He had an ex-girlfriend he was with for a long time, who he has a couple of kids with, who he's basically financially supporting. Now he has a situation where he's had two more with Crystal Renee, which is her name, and now he's separating from her, and apparently she is leaving him due to maybe some infidelity issues, or maybe a situation where he's fallen out of love with her. We don't know. But apparently over the New Year's, Neyo was basically speaking about, the bumps in the road that he's had in his relationship or marriage and how he wants to make it work. Now that was then, and now you fast forward to February, and Crystal Renee has basically deleted all images of him off her Instagram. Y'all know these chicks do this. Instagram is pretty much a way for women to start over. I mean, men as well, but for the most part, women, they have all these thirst traps. They have all these pictures of them with their kids. They done delete the pictures of their exes off of there. And that's what it's for, Now, the thing about Neyo and where he went wrong in this particular situation is that he married a female who apparently put out an adult film some years back. I did some research to really look into it, and I believe that's her. But you can tell either she's had some work done, physically, or that was just a while ago and she's look different now, And you could tell that was her by the tattoo that she still has on her lower torso. So you Neyo, and you know this. I'm pretty sure you know this, and you still decide to wife her up. And once again, this is where guys like Neyo go wrong. Okay, you have guys like him who was with a female for a longest period of time. You had kids with her, but with this particular female, Crystal Renee, according to him, he met her on a video shoot and they hit it off. And that's where he pretty much left the ex to be with the new chick. The new chick basically took him from the other girl. And I'm sure Neyo was in a relationship at that time. That's why some people are calling this karma of the situation. But I guess because Neyo's money is running low, his money is running low. So she's looking for a way out. Okay, and she's looking to start over with some, thirsty guy in the entertainment industry. That's how it works. This is the theme of a lot of women on social media. They have some level of attractiveness, nice body, thick. Y'all know how y'all dudes like them, and they know that all they have to do is delete the old photos and put up some memes and talk about how things are different, things are. How they're looking to start over in their past relationships and how things went wrong. Placing all of the blame pretty much on the ex and not taking accountability for why things didn't work out, for them in that situation. This is where Neyo messed up. You basically wifed up a chick who was an ex-Thizzot. Yes, she may have changed her life, but bro, a tiger doesn't change its stripes, okay? A thought don't stop thoughting, okay? I honestly though, I think that what the deceptive thing about females like Crystal Renee is that they know these guys have fame, they have money, they have opportunities to get with other women, and they still marry these guys. These guys are not gonna be monogamous. Let's just be real. If they are still touring, if they're still on the road, if y'all are in two different places, living in two different states or whatnot, or he's more in a different state than you are, 9 times out of 10, he's probably going to have other women. Now, I will say this though about Neyo. There are people out there who believe that Neyo bats from both sides of the plate. Listen, I'm not here to speak about hearsay. I'm here to speak about what is really going on, okay? And the fact is that he's separating from this woman that he got married to, that he chose to wife up, a chick who I'm pretty sure he was warned about, but he got with her anyway. He got with her anyway and didn't listen to anybody. He left Monietta, okay, and the 2 kids he had with her, didn't marry her, made a single mom out of her, made her get her tubes tied, and still left her to be with this other female who basically is a bit of a thought. That's what she's known for, and he decides to get with her anyway. He decides to put a ring on her finger. Let me tell you, brothers, man, y'all are the reason why guys like Neyo, why women are out here getting these surgeries done. Y'all the reason why these chicks are out here trying to be Instagram models, because they think that's the only way they can get your attention. They think that's the only way they can get you to want to date them or marry them. This female must have very good skills if she was able to get you to put a ring on her finger. And now she's leaving you because, again, the money's getting a little low. She's ready to be single again. I want y'all to understand something when it comes to females like Chris Renee, okay? She may be a very good person. She may be a very decent person. But that doesn't mean that she doesn't want to be single. I think a part of her does want to be single. I think a part of her wants to be able to be out there and date who she wants to date. Because it wouldn't be surprised if she's already met somebody. That's how chicks like this are. They always have some backup plan ready for when these relationships don't work out. This is why it's so easy for them to slide on out that relationship, because if she really didn't have any options or there was nobody else there for them, they wouldn't be so quick to leave. And what's also interesting is that Neyo put up a picture, as I said, New Year's Eve, and he put up this post about her, basically being his rider. Him going through the bumps in the road. He has this picture of her and him together. And in the comment section, they're giving Neyo a hard time. And one interesting comment I saw is and they talked about how couples of today aren't built for the hard times, and that's true. What's very interesting is that whenever it comes to a man, right, and he has some infidelity issues, women are quick to leave those relationships. And what's interesting is that if that woman is the one having the infidelity, people want the guy to stay. It reminds me of the Natalie Nunn situation. I did a video on Natalie Nunn and how, she was exposed for sleeping with, a guy that she was on a reality show with behind her husband's back, behind her husband's back. And the guy moved out, but he ended up going back to her. As a matter of fact, they all got together to talk it out, which shows that Natalie Nunn has a level of control in that situation. Either that guy financially can't make it on his own, or he didn't want to have to go through no messy divorce. He thought that it would be best to stay with a woman who blatantly cheated behind his back and probably lied about it. We as men, we have to give that woman another chance. We have to be able to stay with her. But when it comes to women, any hint of infidelity, they're ready to leave. And what's interesting is that these women are probably sleeping around too. But it's only bad when men do it. Now, the thing with, because if you look at Neyo's page, right, he still has posts of her with him up, but she has no posts of him up, which shows me that she pretty much left him. She doesn't want to be with him. She's ready to move on. She wants to see who's gonna hop in her DMs. It's the same thing with Matt Barnes and the woman that he was with. Them separating. I'm pretty sure she wants to see what happens after that. And let me tell you dudes this, man. If y'all chasing behind women who have multiple kids, especially by multiple dudes, that's a level of thirst that I think just shows your simpness. Especially if these women are fresh out relationships. Now, again, if you just looking to smash, I mean, that's a different story. But if you dudes are looking to marry and wife up these chicks who've shown that they don't like when the tough times occur, they're ready to leave, that's not somebody you should be wifing up. If there's one thing that Kobe and Vanessa Bryant showed in their marriage is that when you have tough times, it's going to basically set the tone for the rest of the relationship. Kobe and Vanessa went through some hard times, but they stayed together. But I noticed there are a lot of these couples, especially in the entertainment industry, they end so quickly because either the dude don't want to be in a relationship no more, or the female feels like she has a lot of options. I think that Crystal Renee thinks that she has a lot of options, so she wants to be single again and see what those options are. But what she's going to find out, and why I believe they may end up getting back together, is because she may not have the options that she thinks she has. She may not have there's going to be a lot of dudes that want to smash, but not a lot of them dudes are going to want to marry her. They're not. And I think when she finds out those guys really don't take her seriously as far as a relationship or marriage is concerned, that's when she's going to go back to Neyo. And Neyo knows this. He knows that, once she's been single for a little while and maybe dated here and there, and none of those guys really see her as a long-term option, she's going to go back to Neyo. I've seen it where couples will break up and those women will go crawling back to that guy, because they saw how bad the dating market is, and they saw that no matter how big the assets are, no matter how thick you are, no matter how fair your skin is, okay, that doesn't mean that a guy is gonna put a ring on your finger.